My name is Rebecca and I'm doing this video for my Intro to Criminal Justice class. I'll be talking about criminal justice, the three major parts of the criminal justice system, and I'll also discuss the conflict and consensus models. So first off, I'll explain what criminal justice is defined as. It's in the strictest sense the criminal penal law, the law of criminal procedure, and the array of procedures and activities having to do with the enforcement of this body of law. Criminal justice cannot be separated from social justice because the justice enacted in our nation's criminal courts reflects basic American understandings of right and wrong. So the three major parts of the criminal justice system is police, its courts, and its corrections. So first off is the police, and their job, their duty is to arrest and get offenders off the street. So their main duties, according to the textbook, is they enforce laws, they investigate crimes, they apprehend offenders, they reduce and prevent crime, they maintain public order, ensure community safety, provide emergency and related community services, and protect the fundamental rights and freedoms of individuals. The second part is the courts, and what they do is they convict. Um, and they conduct fair and impartial trials, decide criminal cases, ensure due process, determine guilt or innocence, impose sentences on the guilty, uphold the law, they require fairness throughout the justice process, protect the rights and freedoms of anyone facing processing by the justice system. They provide a check on the exercise of power by other justice system agencies. So once someone has gone through this step, they then go to corrections, which would be prison or probation. And what they are responsible for is they are responsible for carrying out sentences imposed by the courts to provide safe and humane custody and supervision of these offenders. They protect the community, rehabilitate, reform, and reintegrate convicted offenders back into the community. And they respect the legal and human rights of the convicted. All right, so then now I'm going to talk about the conflict model, and what the conflict model is. It's a criminal justice perspective or a theory that assumes that the system's components function primarily to serve their own interests. And primarily what that means is they are self-serving, they're out to make themselves look good, and their main driving factor is that they are being pressured for success, for pay raises, or promotions, and to get those cases closed and moved on to the next part of the system. They, the conflict model also has no regard for the other parts of the system or the people going through that three-part system. Now, the consensus model, on the other hand, is a criminal justice perspective that assumes that the system's components work together harmoniously to achieve the social product we call justice. Um, that would be ideal, but in reality, that's just not the case. The biggest flaw here is that it implies a greater level of cooperation throughout agencies that just does not exist, unfortunately. Um, with a consensus model, everybody works together and it goes smoothly and efficiently with everyone doing their job like they should. I think we're somewhere in between both models, in my opinion. So that is about the criminal justice, the three major parts, and both the consensus and the conflict models.